Good morning, my garden friends. I wanted to show you an update on my compost pile and give you a real short background here. I'm in the backyard, and a couple years ago, a neighbor was throwing away a little pressed board bookshelf, and it was out for trash, so I brought it home, took out the middle shelf. Rick threw in a few more screws to hold it together. And as you can see, it is nothing but pressed wood. And it's falling apart. The whole front of it has fallen apart. But I thought if I got 6 months out of it, that would be great. And here, this is now about 2 years. And so this compost pile is nothing but grass clippings and shredded cardboard. It was actually how it started out, and I have emptied it. I think I've done it 3 times, and this is my fourth. But to that, I started adding some of my elm leaves this year, and they seem to be doing just fine. And recently, I kind of broke with tradition, and because the papaya tree has been dropping its papaya, and I actually took one off that didn't, look like it was still healthy, but it was so immature that I've decided that this whole tree is going to come down because I just don't want something that's non-productive and that it's drawing in bugs. And I've tried spraying it with different things, and both systemic and a topical, and I'm still having the same problem. So pretty as it is, it's not going to make it. So anyway, that's the reason I'm going to actually give it one of these. This was in the freezer, and we'll see what happens. But anyway, I've made a little divot here, dug this out, and I'm going to add some fresh, frozen, actually, some things from the freezer. There's another one. There we go. And also some things that I wouldn't necessarily give the worms, because I think that's just a little bit too much. Sound like ice cubes, doesn't it? I was out here a few days ago. I'll just tell you this part quickly too. Is that, since I keep worms and have a can of worms, you think maybe they're going to react the same as the inside worms and the outside worms. The country mice and the city mice. Well, when you have a bin with your worms, then boy, those composting worms, they come flying to it, and you find them right away. When you do something like this, and you have just a pile of grass clippings and cardboard, and you have earthworms, or if there are any red wigglers that have gotten thrown out with any castings or anything, they're in there, and you really don't see the activity that you do in a bin. And so anyway, I came out here a few days ago, and this one I've been piling this up now for probably 5 months, 6 months, something. What are we in January? And I probably started this sometime during the summer. So pretty much 6 months. And I was ready to kind of harvest it, because that looks pretty good, doesn't it? That looks pretty almost finished. You can still see a little bit of grass clippings in here. But anyway, I came out, and I had my pitchfork, and I started to turn it over, which I turn it over about once a week, or when I was getting more grass clippings. And all of a sudden, oh my goodness, with each forkful that was coming up, I was getting like 3 and 4 earthworms. And I thought, wow, how beautiful is that? So I thought, well, instead of harvesting it, because I wasn't really ready for anything, I thought I would just add to it, you know, turn it over, and I will fill this in and pull this over, and it's already, you know, it was turned down to the bottom, which is, I actually took this is only about 9 inches, but I actually took it and I dug it out this time. About the last time that I filled it in, I dug it down about 6 or 8 inches, you know, like the length of the pitchfork. So what's that? Maybe 10 inches, whatever I could get. And used all that, and then I started to backfill it with my grass clippings. At the time, I had 3 neighbors who were giving me their grass clippings, and now I have 2 neighbors and my own. And so I think that's great. And it's like you fill it in and it looks like it's 2 feet high, and you come back a week later and it's down to 6 inches. So amazing what happens when, you know, the air gets sucked out of it and it consolidates. So just a little update. I don't put anything into it as far as you know, some people have blackstrap molasses, and they add lime, and they add different things to get the mycorrhizal fungi to start to develop. And I just keep it as simple as possible. Just layer and pile and bring more. If it looks like it's getting too heavy, then I'll add more carbon to it, and the carbon I add really is just the shredded cardboard. As a matter of fact, I told you that Rick bought me a heavy-duty shredder for Christmas, so that I could shred more things and make myself happy. So anyway, if you get a chance and you have a spot in your yard that you could do this, even if you just have chicken wire or anything that could make a definition, you know, to have sides to it of any sort. I would think a real heavy-duty cardboard would even last for, you know, 6 months. Then you turn that in, turn it over, and spread it out, and start again next season. So garden what you've got and use what you have, and I hope everybody has a great day, and that you'll subscribe to my channel and come back and see me again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.